subject is going to have a lot with what we do just about yearly. I mean, how many of us are going to have to buy gas in the next year? I mean, a lot. So it happens to us all. We go to the gas station during the time of a hurricane, and what do we see at the pump? We see gas prices that are incredibly high. Price gouging is what this could be called. Even though it's illegal, we still see it today, and it's worse than ever. I mean, companies do it to make money because, I mean, a lot of companies do it because it could be called a monopoly, and they do it in rival areas that have, and they do it because they have no rivals in a local area. And as you can see, I mean, it costs a lot, especially during times of a hurricane. Yes, this helps companies produce more gas, but is it really fair to us? No, not during a time like a natural disaster, because we need items like gas to get out of town and go to a safer area. Even though gas isn't a necessity to live, we still use it, and it could be a life or death situation. But how? When a hurricane comes to town and we run out of gas, some people can't afford gas because they don't make enough money. Whenever they go to the gas station, they go, oh darn, gas is like $4 a gallon, and they can't afford it to get out of that local area, and they have to stay through the hurricane. And during a bad hurricane, it could be extremely dangerous. But if we all had gas, a simple item, we'd be able to drive somewhere that's a lot safer, and we'd be able to drive somewhere that's a lot safer, and we could also get our relatives out of town quicker. Should we really have to suffer? Or it affects us globally, because recently, even during the gas crisis that's gone on lately, this has been something that hasn't even been affecting our country. Well, it has been affecting our country, but we haven't even caused it. Should we really have to pay for something that we haven't even caused? I mean, it's like over there in Syria, there's the gas prices. They've been like blowing up oil wells and whatnot, and gas prices have been going up a lot. What we should do if we see price gouging personally is we should file a complaint or report it to the locals, because during a state of emergency, this is illegal, but for some items like gas, it isn't. This needs to be changed, because gas is something that we all need, and we need to change it, because it should be illegal to overcharge for gas. Gas in just about every country goes up and down on a scale. What I've noticed lately is that gas prices go up and down as the value of the dollar goes up and down. And when gas goes up and down, the dollar goes up. So gas and the dollar basically are opposites, while gas and electricity, they both run at about the exact same rate on a scale. And as you can see here in Daytona Beach, I mean, the gas prices, people post online all the time, gas prices are crazy, and this is price gouging, for example, because this is during the hurricane that hit a few years ago. I mean, these are multiple things. I mean, it's not just gas that people price gouge on, it's water, it's food, it's batteries, it's everything, and it's mainly because of some type of devastating hurricane, tornado, anything that could be happening lately. Personally, all gas stations in a city should be within 15 cents of each other. And what's really bad is living on the border of two states. I've personally seen one station up in like Charlotte, North Carolina, where it was a certain price. Then we could go 5 minutes from our house and get gas that was $1 cheaper per gallon, which is an awful lot of money. Personally, all gas stations or states with very expensive gas are actually cities with more natural disasters. Gas prices used to be extremely cheap, and the main reason they go up is because a lot of people will move into or out of a town to a certain area. What's bad about it is sometimes companies only rack up the price just to make more money, as if they don't have enough. For example, gas is $4.17 in Hawaii, which is probably the most out of any state it's been. But yet in North Carolina, it's $2.80 a gallon, which really isn't fair to Hawaii. I personally think they should have a fixed price voted on every 2 or so years that would fix the cost of living in Hawaii, and people could afford more gases, because from being in Hawaii, there's the extremely rich, and then there's the people who don't have a lot of money. And about 10 years ago, during the Great Recession, gas was around $4.11, an all-time high in North Carolina, but now it's gone down to $2.60. Yes, some people blame this on inflation, but if it was actually inflation, the price wouldn't just go up and down on a huge scale like it did. And it's just like for other things, I mean, water, flashlight, and food, they overprice for it, and it's just not fair.